Hello everyone, I hope all of you are doing amazingly well. I'm also doing pretty good. This is CA Yash Jain from QuintEdge. At QuintEdge, we have helped thousands of students to clear their CFA and FRM exams in one go. Now, CFA students recently in last one and a half years have asked us very frequently, is CFA even worth it? So I'm going to answer this question in this video once and for all. Is CFA worth it? So let's get started. Okay, as usual, firstly let me give you structure for the video. Firstly, I'll be discussing, does CFA gives you job guarantee? Is CFA the course that you should be pursuing so that you can sure shot get employed? Number one. Number two, how as a CFA your job will be different than let's say an MBA. Okay, and is CFA losing its value with time? Because if it is losing value right now, 10-20 years down the line, it will not hold any value. Right? So is CFA losing value right now? So let us start. The first question, does CFA give you job guarantee? Without sugarcoating it, no, CFA does not give you job guarantee. Okay? And there are certain reasons for it. Let's understand them one by one. See, just like any other course, there will always be some candidates who will not get placed or they'll not get their desired packages. It happens with best of the best institutes. Best institutes in the country, IIT, IIM, do not have 100% placement, right? Best countries in the best institutes in the world do not have 100% placement. The same is going to be the case with CFA as well. Though how robust the course is determines how well you are going to get trained, but ultimately you have to take the ownership, right? I have trained thousands of candidates and there are two types of candidates that I have noticed. The first category, sir, is it necessary for me to attend all the lectures? Can I skip certain chapters? Can I mug up this formula? If you belong to this type of category, then getting a job post completing CFA, maybe you will be able to do it, but your career growth will not be that exponential, right? Please do not see CFA as some step that you have to clear and then you will get your charter holder and something great will happen overnight. No, it's not going to work like this. And the other category of students who are keen enough to learn. So whatever is given in book, they learn it very well, but they want to go beyond it. They want to explore with the subject. They want to link what is happening in the newspaper and real life with what is given in the books. And they want to explore and explore and explore. And in the entire process, they learn a lot. So see CFA as an opportunity rather than exams to understand how markets function and how can you benefit from the markets, right? So one thing that I want to highlight over here, no course gives you job guarantee. Any skill that you master in will give you job guarantee. Even if you have not pursued any degree, but if in case you can beat markets consistently for many years, you can be a very good portfolio manager. You don't need any formal education. But unfortunately, all of us don't have that kind of caliber, right? We need some structured way to learn things. CFA provides you that structured way. So does CFA give you job guarantee? No. Does CFA give you enough to learn so that you can get job automatically? Yes. And that's my second point. See, along with CFA, you need to develop certain skills. There are obviously certain gaps in this course, just like any other course. It cannot be 100% complete, everything best about the course, right? So for a CFA student, I highly recommend you to learn financial modeling. Maybe do it at QuintEdge or maybe some other institute that you think is the best. Please learn financial modeling. And please do not stick to three-statement financial model. Financial modeling is far bigger than this. Learn about various industries. How do you value particular company? How do you do transaction comps, trading comps, DCF? How do you take assumptions? Learn all these things. Then be very rigorously following capital markets. I can speak about myself. If I don't study capital markets, what is happening in the global economy and how it is impacting capital markets across the globe, if I don't study it maybe for 15-20 minutes in a particular day, at least I don't feel comfortable. For me, studying 15-20 minutes about capital markets is bare minimum. This is something I consume every other day. So I can, because I enjoy it, I do it, right? So if you have that kind of keenness to know about capital markets, then you should definitely be joining CFA. Then networking. As a finance professional, your network is your net worth. So more network you have, easier for you to get job, easier for you to raise fund, easier for you to ask people to invest with you, easier for you to start new ventures. So your network is your net worth. So when you are starting, when you are starting with CFA level 1, start developing your networks, right? Create groups, study with those groups, do research together, come up with theories, conclusion, discuss it with your mentor. Please do it. The last point, extensive reading. See, I belong to a generation in which I have developed whatever I know, I've developed it via books. I've learned it via books. If you follow certain podcast or if you listen to audiobooks, that's perfectly fine. But just keep on learning and updating yourself, because capital markets are changing every other day. What is happening in economy impacts capital market, and whatever changes are there in capital markets impacts your career, right? So be very avid reader or be a very avid learner. Okay. Now, how does it differ from, let's say, a traditional MBA degree? And one big reason why CFA and MBA is different other than curriculum is, see, for any maybe graduation or post-graduation that you are going to pursue or you have already pursued from certain college, they charge you for placement, right? When you pursue work, when you when you enter into a particular college after clearing the entrance exam, you know you are paying not only for education but also for getting placed. Now it is college's responsibility to reach out recruiters in the entire country, bring them to the campus and ask them to interview you, and then it's your responsibility to clear the interview, right? This comes as a package for any course that is done at college. But CFA is a distance learning course. What institutes offer you is, they tell you we'll give you the best curriculum, but to study it thoroughly is your responsibility, to clear exams is your responsibility, to network is your responsibility. So we'll give you the best content, even better than many MBA colleges. What you have to do is, you have to read it rigorously, learn to apply it rigorously, develop these skills along with whatever is given in your curriculum, and then find your own networks. We have given you the knowledge, your responsibility is to apply and get job. Okay. So jobs after CFA done. Now, is CFA losing its value? Many candidates have brought various different points. Few of them are very legit. Like this industry, profit margins are going down. Asset management industry, the profit margins are going down. But understand this, even the profit margins are going down, the competition will ultimately end some point in time. See, this industry, more and more people are getting connected with capital markets. So inflow is really good. More and more people are even going to come and start investing in capital markets. So in absolute terms, the profits are increasing, the revenue is increasing. Because of competition, the margins are going to go down, but this competition war is going to settle at some point in future. It's perfectly fine. You're not here to play T20. You are going to be in this industry for next 15, 20, 30, 40 years. It's perfectly fine. Even if the profit margins are going down, every industry goes through this phases, right? So the profit margins are going down, but a lot of people are ready to invest in capital markets. The asset management size is increasing. So no need to worry, number one. Number two, more and more people are joining CFA. The supply is increasing, therefore the CFA value is going down. Supply is increasing, that's perfectly fine. But that's not the case with CFA. 20 years down the line, these many people were not going to colleges. But now we can afford to go to colleges because we have collected over the years enough resources. So it's happening with globally also, and especially in India, more and more people are able to access education. That's why they are going to college and school. And now they are able to pursue higher education like CFA. So it's perfectly fine. More and more people are going to join CFA, but we need very competent professionals in this industry. Still, there is lack of good professionals. So even if more and more people are joining, it have not reached that level of cult that every other person is going to pursue CFA. So there is enough room for every one of us to grow. Now, many jobs are going to get replaced by AI. Behavior management is not going to get replaced by AI. I was watching Berkshire Hathaway general meeting where Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett came forward and said, we think AI is not going to replace human behavior, and I also think the same. You can automate many things, but human behavior, AI is not going to control it. We are going to control AI. There are conspiracy theories that AI is going to rule the world someday in future, but that future is very far away. Don't worry about it right now. AI is going to automate many things, but where human decision making is involved, AI is not going to impact that, at least in investment world, where you are dealing not with your money, but someone else's money. So you cannot put the blame on AI that he did, or AI was programmed in certain way and therefore I lost your funds, right? So human involvement will always be there. Now, Moving ahead. So is CFA losing its value? Yes or no? I'll give you a very dicey answer. Yes and a no. More and more people are joining. That's perfectly fine. AI is coming. That's perfectly fine. Profit margins are going down. That's perfectly fine. But there will be always gaps in market. No matter how efficient markets become, they are far efficient what they were 100 years back. Still, there are more than enough gaps available. So if you can consistently outperform markets, there will always be your demand, right? And there are certain jobs for which you don't need charter holder, then also I will suggest you to pursue it. See, for getting into portfolio management, there is bare minimum requirement of getting CFA charter holder. So if you want to get into portfolio management, CFA is something that's the bare minimum you have to meet. Number one. Number two, there are many jobs which don't need charter holder traditionally, like investment banking, like consulting. You don't need charter holder for this. But in case you pursue it, number one, you will have more knowledge than your colleagues. And number two, your employer will understand this. You have very keen interest in learning, and that will help you to grow your career over the long term. So now, coming to the question, is CFA losing its value with time? Answer is no. CFA is not losing its value. More and more people are joining because they see there is lots of headroom for growth in this industry. We are far away from the saturation point. Otherwise, I have been training in this industry from multiple years, right? And over the years, we have seen more and more people making better career into financial world rather than losing the value over the time. Okay. So with that being said, thank you for watching this video. Bye-bye.